Hi, it's Jarazan Jovan here with another exclusive deep dive as part of Black Enterprises Inside the Studio. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking with an 11-time track and field Olympian, entrepreneur, and dedicated mother about her partnership with Clorox that aims to educate and empower us on how to combat germs and stay healthy all year round. Join me in giving a warm welcome to the one and only Allyson Felix. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing very, very well. I'm very excited to talk about this partnership. First, I have to say, welcome, Soror.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, yes. How does that feel, by the way? Joining
Oh,
the
it
first and
feels,
the finest.
it feels amazing. It was such a beautiful ceremony. And everywhere I go, I have just been welcomed into the sisterhood. And so I'm loving it.
Thank you. Yes, yes. Welcome, welcome. So now tell us about your partnership with Clorox and what inspired this venture.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this partnership, really to help parents fight cold and flu season. And for me and my family, when my daughter gets sick, it really just takes the whole household down. It goes around. And so I'm really just trying to do a lot of prep work. And so I'm loving using Clorox's disinfecting wipes at home, on the surfaces in our kitchen, in the playroom, just making sure that we are getting ahead of the game. And then when my daughter comes home from school, we have this little drop zone area where everything that she comes home with from school and from outside, we just kind of take it off. I get the disinfecting mist, I spray it down, lunchbox, shoes, everything, and make sure that we're just doing everything that we can to not get sick. And then also just teaching her good practices, about washing her hands and how long that should take. She should be able to sing the whole ABCs and all of those good things. And so that's what we're doing. And I'm hoping to help other parents that way as well.
Definitely, definitely in today's climate. So you mentioned the wipes and the mist. What have been some of your go-to Clorox products?
Yeah, I also love the disinfecting wipes, the to-go packs. I travel a ton, and so I just love hitting all those surfaces, even my suitcase, things like that. And so that has been great. They also have a travel size of the disinfecting mist. I keep that in my car. I love to just kind of spray down things, as I'm on the go as well. And also some of the things that we don't always think about. My daughter's stuffed animals, handles, all of those things are really big in spreading germs. And so I'm making sure that tackling that as well.
Definitely. I mean, I'm a Clorox girl myself. The wipes are my best friend.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way of cleaning your house. But even like when you're traveling, when you're in the airport, like you even said, the suitcase, they're just so vital now. I think in the last 3 years now, we've kind of understood. But prior to that, my mother-in-law, she was the type when we would come visit her, you have to no, you need to go take your shower, take your clothes off. You can't sit on the surface. And now I used to think she was crazy, but now it's like, oh no, like she was ahead of
I
her.
Yeah, she was onto something for
Onto
sure.
something. So now what do you suggest for families when it comes to keeping our homes safe and healthy during this cold and flu season?
Yeah, I mean, I think just not waiting till it's too late, not waiting till, someone is already sick. And so making sure that you're not only just cleaning things, but that you're disinfecting them. And that's, hard to reach places, making sure the wipes, they're great to get in those areas. And then hitting with the mist and making sure that you're disinfecting as well. So I think just making sure all of the surfaces that we touch all the time, that we're really making sure they're nice and clean. And also things that go outside of the home, our cell phone cases and just things that track back into the house as well.
Yes, people often forget to wipe down their cell phones. I do it regularly, and then I'll just grab my husband's cell phone because I'm like, you don't clean this thing.
Sometimes you got to take matters into your own
Right.
hands. Yeah, it's something that's easy to forget.
Right. So you welcomed your daughter in November 2018.
Mhm.
And that was only a year and a few months before everything changed. What was like the initial lockdown like for you, and how have you been navigating raising your daughter in wake of the pandemic?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was hard just like for everybody else. And she was so young that it did feel, being home, you felt kind of closed in. We did a lot of hikes and walks and things like that. And then right after the pandemic, well, not after, but I guess during the midst, she started going to school, and just being around other kids, she was just really thriving, and she really just needed that interaction. And so in the wake of all of that, just trying to be, as safe as possible, but at the same time, I think there's just such a greater appreciation for what's important, for family and just for meaningful things. And in our family, that's something that we're definitely paying attention to.
I definitely like that suggestion of the ABCs, like while they wash their hands, giving them
Oh,
a
yeah.
time, like how long they should be washing their hands. You're also an avid advocate in the Black maternal health crisis, between your advocacy work for that and your partnership with brands like Clorox. How do you decide what type of campaigns or movements you're willing to get behind?
Yeah, I mean, I want it to be things that are genuine, authentic, that I can be proud of the work that I am partnering alongside. As far as the Black maternal mortality crisis, it's really just a passion of my heart. I recently was a co-executive producer of a film called Birthing Justice that is shedding light and attention to the crisis that Black women are facing. And so wanting to have some impact, wanting to do some good and just come alongside people, organizations, companies who are committed to doing that as well.
And how are you finding balancing all of the initiatives you're involved in, as well as your company, Sage, and being a mom?
Ooh, it is hard. It is hard. There's some days where I feel like, I'm thriving at work and everything is going well. And then I come home and it's like chaos. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm failing here. So just giving myself grace, knowing that every day is not going to be perfect. But also just like making a choice to be present at home. That's something that's really important to me. And whether that's just like blocking time on the calendar where I'm saying, I'm going to take my daughter to dance class, and that's what it is. I'm going to have to say no to these other things, and just showing up in that way. And so it's a lot of give and take. And it's a lot of figuring it out. I'm only 4 years in, so I'm still trying to get all the gems from my friends and mentors and things like that, and just finding it one day at a time.
You recently celebrated, well, I mean, we're still all talking about it, USC renaming their track and field after you. As an LA native, USC alum, how does this feel?
It is just such the biggest honor. I mean, I was really just blown away by it. Obviously I'm from LA. I've grown up in that neighborhood. My grandma used to walk me through that campus, just in the community. And so now to have the field named after me, it's something that I never would have imagined. And it just really means a lot to me.
Yes, powerful. For my last question is, if you could think of one word to describe the legacy that you're leaving behind for just others, athletes, your daughter, Black women in general, moms, what would that one word be?
I hope it's change. I really, that's what I want to be a part of. I just want to be a part of making things better and really contributing to that.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Allyson. Continue with the great work that you do and putting on for the community.
Thank you so much. It was really nice talking with you.
It was. Bye, Soror.
Bye, Soror.